Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Ask Parul. Ask stands for Always Seek Knowledge, and in this channel, I focus on sharing my knowledge on getting professional growth, helping gain financial security, and personal development to help and inspire people to live a well rounded and successful life. So, if any of these three topics resonate with you, then do subscribe to my channel and look into the playlist of my channel for other useful videos. So today we are going to discuss on a topic that I feel is very, very crucial for working professionals, and that's called work-life balance. And how we can achieve that with five practical tips is something that I'm going to discuss in this video. So let's get started. With our hectic schedules, it's essential to find ways to maintain harmony between our professional and personal lives. The pandemic in last 3 years has given us all a lot of time to think and reconsider what we truly want out of our work situations and also in our personal lives. This reflection led to what became known as the Great Resignation, where many people left their job for new opportunities. The truth, however, is that most people didn't leave their job only because of salary, wage, or benefits issue. Many people also left in pursuit of what is known in Greek as eudaimonia, which means happiness. And this word means being in a state or being in a contented state of being healthy, happy, and prosperous. So, simply put, that many people left their job for the pursuit of happiness. And one of the most important reasons that contribute to our happiness and why employees stay where they are is indeed work life balance. So, what is work life balance precisely? And it's a term which is used so frequently and dropped into our conversations that it can sometimes sound vague and open to interpretation. According to Anna Cox, who is a professor of human computer interaction in UCL, it means feeling in control of how you balance the various demands and various aspects of your life to enable well being and happiness and harmony. It should involve happiness, fulfillment, and job satisfaction. Just because we can be connected to our work at all the time doesn't mean that we need to be. And the work life equilibrium shows how a sense of well being at work and the level of control one has over boundaries may interact. So, as you can see, the top right is the ideal state to be in, which is highest in well being. And that's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well being and not merely just the absence of disease or infirmity. And likewise, the highest boundary control is wherein you typically feel in control of how you divide your attention between work, family, and other parts of your life. So, basis my professional experience of 14 plus years, something which has worked for me, I wanted to share. And here are the five practical tips that I feel are critical and can help you to achieve that perfect balance. So let's dive in. Tip number one is to prioritize and set boundaries. I feel that it's very essential to prioritize your tasks and set healthy boundaries between work and personal life. Determine what's most important to you and allocate your time accordingly. And also remember that it's perfectly okay to say no to additional tasks or responsibilities if they interfere with your personal life. Likewise, it's also important to create healthy boundaries in your personal relationships and family life as well, and say no to things to avoid being burned out. For myself, for example, once I'm done on a Friday evening with my work week, I totally switch off and detach myself. I don't check my work emails, and I prefer not to discuss or talk about my work or work related issues with people over the weekends, because what I have seen in the past when I used to do that is that I'm dragging on and I'm kind of interfering with my personal time. So I try avoiding doing that at all cost. And boundary setting helps you to prioritize your needs over other people's wants. So that's very important. Tip number two is to schedule personal time. I think it's very important to schedule personal time just for yourself, and that's something we call as a me time. Just as we would schedule 1 hour meeting, a 30 minutes meeting where we are totally distraction free and focusing just on our work. Similarly, it's also important to dedicate that personal time where you're absolutely distraction free and you're just focusing on the task at hand. Whether it's spending time with your family, pursuing hobbies, interests, or simply just relaxing. I think having that dedicated time for personal tasks is crucial for maintaining the work life balance and recharging yourself. So, for myself, for example, I enjoy taking out time. time off for my workout routine, my fitness routine, and I pursue other interests, for example, watching movies, spending time with my family. And recently, I started this YouTube channel wherein I like to create content and share useful information with others. So that's part of my me time and how I set and dedicated time for my personal routine. And do ensure that you have no distraction during your personal time. Because it's so strange that we often take our personal times for granted. Especially, I know a lot of women who feel guilty of prioritizing their own needs and often have this fear of being judged by others. So do ensure that you take out and schedule personal time and don't feel guilty about it at all. So that's tip number two. Tip number three is to optimize your work environment. I feel that creating an efficient work environment can help you to stay focused and productive during work hours. This way, you can complete your tasks more effectively and have more time for your personal life. Consider decluttering your workspace, minimize distractions, and use productivity tools. Making a to do list can help you to stay organized at work with full concentration of the task at hand. And like I said, remember to avoid distractions. Either it could be on social media, mobile phones, etc., because I feel that's the biggest time killer. And time management is the key, be it for your personal time or in office setting. And this also helps to avoid procrastination at all cost. I think it's important to find ways to integrate personal activities with work. And I recently met a friend, who usually do outdoor walking meeting, which I feel is very cool because, he just said that it helps him to basically combine his walking plus the meeting as well, the work meeting as well. So I think that has definitely had a great influence on his physical and mental health. Similarly, I've seen people using standing desk, which is, of course, has a lot of other benefits as well, like it improves your cardiovascular health. It also helps you to maintain the right posture. So I think, inculcating these small little things where you can integrate your personal activities with work is definitely very, very helpful. And we all have 24 hours in a day, with juggling responsibilities. I know that ensuring work life balance can be difficult, but by optimizing your time and optimizing the work environment, it is definitely achievable. So that's tip number three. Tip number four is the art of delegating and collaborating with others. Remember, you don't have to do everything yourself. Learn how to effectively delegate tasks to your team members and collaborate with others to share the workload. Ask for help as and when required. I know a lot of people have this trouble asking for help and have this control freak mentality where they just want to do everything themselves. And the eventual thing is that they are usually burnt out or they have no work life balance. So I feel, learning the art to delegate is very, very important. It helps you to manage your time better, but it also helps to foster a supportive work culture. In personal life as well, I think look for partnership and parenthood to be an equal and joint responsibility for managing household responsibilities and childcare responsibilities. A lot of burnout, especially for women, come through the feeling of being solely responsible for everything. And studies have shown that that's the number one cause for women to have lower productivity and efficiency at workplace. And that's the number one cause for them feeling being stressed out and burnt out all the time. So do ensure that you delegate with other people and collaborate and ask for help as and when required. So tip number five, which is the final tip, and definitely also one of the most important tip, is to have a proper morning and bedtime routine. I think having a proper routine and being disciplined about it is critical for a healthy body and for a healthy mind. I have created a previous video where I spoke about the best morning routine to recharge yourself. To take a look at it. It's a 15 minutes video, so I'm sure it will give you a lot of practical tips on having the best morning routine, something which I follow. But let's face it, it all starts from the mind, and a healthy, well balanced mind is a lot more productive, and you would take on the tasks with ease. So rather than having a rushed morning, I think taking out some time to Just be in sunlight for a few minutes, doing light exercises, deep breathing, or meditation has tremendous health benefits. Likewise, sleeping on time, keeping all the mobile phones or gadgets away during the night time, at least an hour before you want to go to bed, and maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes before your actual sleep time, doing some relaxation activities such as reading or listening to soothing music helps to ensure that you get deep sleep and you wake up energized. So those are the 5 practical tips that has worked in my life, but I would definitely like to hear from you guys what you feel has worked in your life. I would definitely, I read all the comments, so please do ensure that you pop in your comments. So just to conclude this video, I would like to say that finding that perfect work-life balance may seem challenging, and I myself struggled with it for many, many years, like I said. But with these 5 practical tips, I feel that you can take steps, even if they are small steps, towards achieving harmony in your life. And remember to prioritize, set boundaries, schedule personal time, optimize your work environment, delegate tasks, and have a proper morning and bedtime routine. So, thank you so much for watching my video. If you do like my content, then do give it a thumbs up, share it with other people who you feel can benefit from these tips, and do leave me a comment. And, like I always say, that subscribe to my channel if you find my content useful so that you can get a notification every time I post a new video. I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.